Yes, sir. My trigger. Back up in this thing, man. Today, I hope y'all ready to follow me down another rabbit hole, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that'll make you question everything. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. And you ain't got to think about it later. And then if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. Sub up. Join the family. This is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period, man. And to everybody who's already subbed up, man, you already know I appreciate each and every one of you guys for helping me build this community from the ground up. But with that being said, guys, let's hop straight into the video.
Kyrie Irving has an obsession with the Illuminati sign / all-seeing eye. I mean, it was his profile picture for quite some time, and if you order his shoes, you get a box with the Illuminati sign on it. It's also inside the shoe, behind the shoe, outside the shoe, and under the shoe. He's also been seen rocking clothes and hats with the sign on it. He's been caught doing the sign, and he even has it tatted on him.
Hey, he's the poster child.
Imagine a world where you can't buy anything without permission, where every daily choice you make is monitored and logged into a database controlled by the leaders of your nation. A world where you could be forced to buy the things your government wants or blocked from purchasing the things it doesn't. A world where your money may no longer be a tool of personal freedom, and instead one that could be used to control your every decision, action, and move. Well, that world may be closer than you think. In fact, in many ways, it's already here. What if the government didn't just have access to your transactions over a certain limit, and they had access to everything all the time? Well, this is where CBDCs come in. A central bank digital currency is a new form of digital money. It's like cryptocurrency, but whereas crypto is decentralized and private, CBDCs are exactly the opposite. A CBDC would be completely owned and controlled by your government. They would hold your wallet, your money, and have access to all your financial data, including information on every transaction in your daily life. It would also make banks obsolete, as your account and wallet could be held by your government. Only a couple of years ago, CBDCs were considered hypothetical, but that is no longer the case.
Hey, I never thought I'd say it, but at this point, I'm a fan of the Federal Reserve.
He has done it again. Watch carefully what has happened to SpaceX rocket once it has reached the top of the firmament. How many times does that need to happen for the people to realize the truth behind this?
The super heavy booster.
Yeah, Kate, right now it looks like we saw the start of the flip, but obviously we're seeing from the ground cameras the entire Starship stack continuing to rotate. We should have had separation by now. Obviously, this is does not appear to be a nominal situation.
Yeah, it does appear to be spinning, but I do want to remind everyone that everything after clearing the tower was icing on the cake.
Hey, I know it was just a test flight, but if I'm an astronaut and I'm watching that, that's the moment I start questioning all my life decisions.
What the f?
I kind of want one, but I'm also kind of creeped out.
When your co-worker experiences a
tell me
glitch in the matrix.
Tell me what happened. I'm a little spooked. So I was trying to clean this room up, and these kids did this to the balloons, so I just figured without making too much noise that I'd just cut the thumb. But what the is this?
So you...
How? I just I'm really in, is this a glitch? Is this technically a glitch? It's look, better lighting, I think.
That's crazy. That's a glitch.
Hey, either she was like sitting on the scissors and they got so hot that when she cut them, it vulcanized the latex, or that's a real glitch, bro.
The thing that gives away the International Space Station is the women. Now, women on zero-G planes with long hair, their hair flows naturally in the air. Women on the International Space Station, because this is all no matter what she does, no matter how she bounces around, you would expect her hair to flow in the air, and it does not happen. Their hair will never look like that because it's perm.
Hey, they gotta be mixing some kind of thickening agent with the perm, because their hair ain't got no bounce, bro.
Have you heard of the island that disappeared? The Phantom Island Bermeja has this really interesting conspiracy theory. So this island was allegedly off the coast of the Yucatan in Mexico and was mapped all the way back in the 1500s and was included in maps from then all the way up till the 1940s. So in the 1990s, when Mexico wanted more territory for drilling oil, they set out to find this 30 square mile large island, but it seemed to have just disappeared. This led to a conspiracy theory about how the CIA somehow removed this island with explosives and leveled it to where it can't be found so that Mexico wouldn't get some of our oil territory. However, there's no proof that this is true other than this one senator in Mexico who was this big advocate for the island's existence, who died in a car crash like right after they couldn't find it. But most likely this island never existed, but was just a signature created by the map maker back in the day. But anyways, if you like ocean mysteries, I just did a series over a bunch just like this on YouTube, so go check it out.
If it did ever exist, it's probably still there, just underwater.
So me and my wife are out here camping. I come out the tent tonight to go pay the water bill. I get beside this tree and I see this thing right here. Looks like it's hibernating or something. I don't know what the fish snatch is going on. But anyway, what kind of bug is this?
It probably come from Australia, bro.
I think this broadcast right here was the main reason Tucker Carlson got fired.
Coming to Tucker Carlson tonight, sometimes you wonder just how filthy and dishonest our news media are. You'll be in the shower and you'll think they're bad, but how bad are they? Well, here's one measure of their badness. You can try this at home. Ask yourself, is any news organization you know of so corrupt that it's willing to hurt you on behalf of its biggest advertisers?
Hey, him and Don Lemon got let go. Ain't nobody safe. Bro, he just realized he might actually be an NPC. Why he sounds so wobbly? Hey, I know y'all gonna say it was just an optical illusion, but that one looked like it was actually stuck.
So I decided to visit my best friend after work today, and I got here before they did. And there's literally, I walked in here and like something started knocking on the back door back there. You can hear it. Stop! Now, okay, so you might think it might be the neighbor or something, or like a dog or something at the door, but look. We're on the second floor. And there's like literally nobody. There's like nobody here. And I'm by myself. I thought we were done with this crap. Okay.
Nope.
To the townsfolk, this guy is showing off his amazing supernatural ability of levitation. He does this often for the people, but they're always amazed as if it's their first time seeing him do it. Is this your first time seeing him levitate?
Hey, they mannequins need to be in a wax museum.
You're not gonna believe this, but we buried this guy like a day ago. But guess what? He's back. Yeah, I know, buddy. I see you. I'm surprised you're still up and walking around. Hi.
The most cursed car in the world. Actor and amateur racer James Dean bought his Porsche 550 Spider in 1955. He decides to show it off to his friend Alec Guinness, who tells him he has a bad feeling and warns him not to drive the car. Sure enough, within a month of buying the car, Dean was speeding on the highway and got into a collision on his way to a race. Medical staff pronounced him on the scene. However, the engine of the car was still intact despite the crash. Some of the parts were transferred into 2 other race cars belonging to 2 Hollywood actors. Both cars also crashed on the track with one of the drivers. And it doesn't stop there. The remains of the car were transferred to a warehouse to be put on display for tourists. During this time, multiple tourists complained of being hurt or injured while being around the car. On one occasion, a man was said to have lost his entire arm while trying to steal the car. Then within 5 years of Dean's death, the warehouse that the car was in caught fire, damaging everything in the warehouse except the car. The car mysteriously vanished in 1960 while being transported and hasn't been seen or heard from till this day.
I would have took it to the junkyard after the second incident.
Are aliens real?
That was the last question.
That's an interesting. I don't personally.
You don't talk about aliens.
I don't. I'm not a big alien person. I got enough things going without worrying about it. But I'll tell you what, you have a lot of smart people that think that, there happens to be a certain site that's the #1 most visited site in the whole country. You know that,
What's
right?
that?
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they think the aliens come down and.
I haven't been on that.
I'll tell you about it after the show.
That like you are deleting posts from your Instagram to keep your number at 666. Now, I noticed this a few days ago, but I didn't pay any mind. And now I see it's still there this morning, yet you've been posting quite a bit. So, before we get to the jokes, do we need to have a much more serious intervention about devil worshiping?
Well, before we get to the jokes, thank you for that plug. Listen, at AKA DMIKS, yeah, how my Instagram is ran, it's ran. I mean, truly, I gotta let you know that. Listen, I do a lot of things. One of the things I do here, I will tell y'all all this. I will tell y'all all this. No,
that was horrible. Tell you
a lot of words coming out right now. No. I'll tell y'all all this. If I don't say it on Everyday Struggle, I don't say it on my YouTube channel especially, or you don't hear me say it on Twitch. While you may assume everything is DJ Academics, there are people beside me, behind me, and who help out with other things. I'm not hitting every button, so think what you may. I don't have to think anything because I get to talk to you every morning. So are you instructing your employees to delete posts to keep your number at 666? I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, so you're lying.
Okay. No, I have no knowledge of that.
Caught red-handed.
They're running, bro. They're running at me. They're not running away from me. Oh.
Yeah, bro. That moved the stove and it's just me. Whole family woke up. Oh my god.
Infestation. Someone lay down right here. I'll give you $5.
I had to burn my clothes after that.
Thanks. Well, I have a show and tell for you guys. So over here on my right is what a normal light should look like, right? That's the kind of lighting. But across Phoenix, we are seeing this instead, more purple lights showing up. And in other places, like here on Shea and Tatum, there are a couple of them on one street. So I did talk to a couple of people in Phoenix today, and all of them have the same question. Why are these lights purple? Well, pretty much it's an oopsie. A hue of purple illuminating parts of Phoenix is hard to miss at night.
Well, I've seen them. I'm not sure where because I drive a lot. They put one in and I thought, well, that's weird. It's very different than the rest of them.
This glow is a downer for some.
I don't think I like them. I don't know. I feel like lighting is like, you want a certain vibe in your neighborhood, and if it looks tacky or different or whatever.
But others experience it in a different light.
I thought they were kind of pretty.
I think it's really interesting, and I might start driving at night more now just to see one.
One thing all three are thinking, what is up with the lights?
I know people think that they're like UFOs in the sky and stuff. Well, they're not.
The answer is not out of this world. The city's street transportation department says this issue is part of a nationwide manufacturing defect, causing the light's coating to fall off, revealing purple light instead of white. We're told about 1,200 of these lights started popping up a couple of months ago in the city. That's out of about 100,000 total lights in Phoenix. So far, the city says about 350 of the purple lights have been replaced.
Oh wow, so it's kind of like an Easter egg, huh? You just don't know where they're going to pop up.
The city says there are no safety concerns as the streets are still being lit up. The concerns are more aesthetic.
Get rid of it. If we don't need to have it, get rid of it.
Well, the city says replacing these lights won't cost us taxpayers a penny because the lights were under warranty. However, because this is a nationwide issue, inventory is making it very tricky for the city to nail down an exact timeline of when all of the lights are going to be replaced. And I'm told that it could take a couple more months. And yeah, it's amazing here. Like we were saying, it's not for the Phoenix Suns. The city says it's a coincidence, but hey, purple here, I'm wearing the orange.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's for them, right?
Yeah, it's working today for our team. Casey, thanks for the explanation.
Hey, it kind of looks like black light. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all think that's just a mistake?
Down here, a giant Pacific octopus, either being extremely curious or really hungry. Probably thinks my arm is a lobster. Take a look at these massive suction cups and tentacles. Really cool thing about an octopus, they have 9 brains, a brain for their head and a single brain for each individual tentacle. Check that out right there. Wow. Leaving all those monster hickeys. Oh my goodness.
This is the scariest place in the universe, and it will send shivers down your spine. To find this place, you'll need to zoom out from Earth all the way to the biggest structure in the universe, the cosmic web. This web makes our universe almost look like a massive brain, as it contains giant tendrils made of gas, dust, and galaxies that kinda look like neurons. But in between these tendrils are huge expanses of mostly empty space, cosmic graveyards devoid of galaxies that we call voids. And 700 million light years away, there lies the most expansive void ever discovered, the Boötes Void. This void is huge, you could fit billions of Milky Ways inside of it. But throughout this entire void, there exist just 60 galaxies. It is so dark and empty that if you were dropped at its deepest, darkest corner, it's likely that you would see absolutely nothing.
Hey, good thing you're 700 million light years away then.
Well, we had a good run. The Biden administration asking the public for help regulating artificial intelligence after a bot laid out plans to humanity. It also comes a month after Elon Musk joined other tech leaders warning about the risk to society if AI is not reined in.
Jake Denton is a tech policy research associate at the Heritage Foundation. He joins us live in studio. Jake, I have to admit, I'm absolutely terrified of this. And, you know, my mind always go to, you know, when you see this chaos, this AI bot chaos, GPT tweet, human beings are among the most destructive and selfish creatures in existence. But there is no doubt that we must eliminate them before they cause more harm to our planet. I, for one, am committed to doing so. Like, my heart rate's up when I talk about this. You know, we talked about this before we came into this segment. It's in movies. So somewhere, somehow they came up with this. I mean, is this enough to be scared about?
Yeah, so, you know, Hollywood has been the reference point for a long time for how, you know, normal people can understand this outside of the lines of code. And it's absolutely something to be scared of, right? These are well-founded ideas and fears of the AI space that have been represented in Hollywood. And they're now something we're grappling with in real time. And unfortunately, you know, we've been caught flat-footed. There is no regulatory framework. Companies like Microsoft and their layoff waves get rid of their entire ethics team that's tasked with handling these things.
As soon as they link with Siri and Alexa, it's over.
People say Disneyland is haunted by a man they call Mr. One Way. The legend goes that if you go on Space Mountain as a single rider, a red-headed man will sit next to you. He often strikes up a conversation, but as it goes on, you'll notice some red flags. It will seem as though he's talking about Disneyland as if he was there in the 70s, without having any knowledge of the new rides. Being confused, your ride vehicle vehicle takes off in the dark, but once you reach the tunnel at the end of the ride where your photo was taken, he's no longer sitting next to you.
He got the ultimate fast pass.
A strange skeleton was found in the ocean.
What on earth is that?
It's just going and going and going. Here we go, we're going in for a... Oh, whoa! It just powdered, disintegrated. I did not expect that.
The shape of these vertebrae make me think it could be possibly a snake or a fish. However, all the snakes that actually live in the ocean are pretty small, and this looks a lot bigger. Is it possible that this is a skeleton of something much older?
It's the same length as the largest whales. But this is not a whale. A whale's vertebrae has a series of bones known as transverse processes protruding from it. The skeleton in the clip does not. The largest prehistoric fish we found evidence of is the Leadsichthys, a terrifying creature so large, early fossil hunters mistook it for a stegosaurus. These monsters weighed 45 tons, 7 times heavier than an elephant. This is no fossil, but a skeleton of a creature that died in the recent past.
Are there species in the ocean that have survived the mass extinction event?
When they say we only discovered like what, 5% of the oceans, we don't know what's down there. Hey, I know they told us gonna be sore tomorrow.
Did the government try to break the firmament? In 1962, after Operation High Jump and the Arctic Treaty was signed, the government started a new project called Operation Fishbowl. The United States did a series of high-altitude nuclear tests where they would shoot nuclear missiles straight up into the sky. The reason for doing this was because they wanted to see what would happen if a nuke was set off in the atmosphere. You would think that one time would be enough, but they did this test 11 times, making people theorize that they were doing it for other reasons. Some believe that this was the government's attempt to break through the firmament, not to mention the name of the project, Operation Fishbowl. Why would they shoot a series of missiles in air to see how high they can blow up? Do you think the government was trying to break through the firmament?
It looked like the ship went through the moon, bro. Trippy.
Yeah, what's this? Oh my god. There's a bird in my car. Oh, it's a huge bird.
Hey, he pulled up like that was his Uber, bro. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.